Capture civilians and eliminate the CTs.
What is up, guys? This is Flames from MMOhead.com, and I'm going to show you a brand new MMO FPS today. Developed by Fix Korea and published by OGPlanet. Where are you going? You're coming with me. Today we'll be taking a look at a game called Tactical Intervention. And you are down, my good sir. I'm really sorry if my shooting skills are a bit sloppy. This is my first FPS review, so you're going to have to bear with me on this one. If you guys haven't noticed... Oh man, I am totally missing that guy. Luckily my little dog managed to finish the job without me. We've been covering a lot of FPS games this past week. James looked at Warface recently, and Bakerman Brad got to look back at Heroes and Generals.
Who's a good boy?
Well, in this first look, we are looking at this game. Obviously another MMO FPS, but the reason why this game is getting so much attention by the community is mostly because Gooseman is behind it. Now, if you don't know who he is, well, you probably should. He's one of the masterminds behind the original Counter-Strike game, the co-creator actually, and let's just face it, the game has pretty much revolutionized the online FPS genre forever. And here's something I didn't know. Apparently Counter-Strike is actually a mod from the original Half-Life game. Yeah, they just used the game's assets and called it their own. I really had no idea the game started off the same way Dota did. So when we heard he was working on this, well, we had to check it out for ourselves.
Contain the hostages and eliminate the CTs.
So you've got our boss talking to us in the background. We're currently in a broken down building, and as you can see, I can grab these guys by the neck, do whatever the heck I want with them. He's just running back. Oh man. You've got all your standard FPS elements here. You've got the item shop where you can purchase some new weapons and some gear. And he's down. Which for once isn't only for cosmetics. If I choose to purchase a helmet, for example, which I don't have right now, unfortunately, I would have a better chance. 2 versus 1, that wasn't such a good idea. I would have a better chance at surviving a deadly hit to the brain, like I just did, probably. Unless you have a sniper rifle. Oh man, dude, look up. Look up. Oh my god. So yeah, if you don't have a sniper rifle, there isn't a single standard weapon, I'm not talking about bazookas here, that can critically damage your enemy. And this is kind of weird, especially coming from the Counter-Strike creator himself. There's no special icon if you manage to get a headshot or a knife kill. You just have to keep on shooting until he goes down. Although to be fair, shots to the head do deal a bit more damage. Oh crap. Well, I guess this ends the round. We did lose, but I am number 1 on my team. Not too shabby if I do say so myself. I haven't fiddled around too much with my weapon slots here. I bought an AK-47, but there's so much recoil. I can barely touch someone with it, so I'm going to keep my current layout. And when I'm in battle, you know, I managed to empty out my entire mag on these guys, and they still don't go down. So that either tells you something about my aiming skills or the amount of health we have. Now, putting a couple of aspects aside here, the reason why you're going to want to try this game out is mostly because of the original game modes they created, and some old favorites that they also added, but with a little twist. There are a couple of game modes which include hostages, like this one. I think we are still playing Hostage Rescue, where we are the terrorists. We apparently captured a couple of civilians here, which don't look quite right in my opinion. And actually, there isn't an enemy nearby, so we can maybe check this out. I can just attach a little harness to this elevator shaft, and down I go. You can also do this to slide down off of rooftops, but I'm just going to get back up there. Whoa! You are one crazy person. Now, you get bonus points for winning a round, but you also get penalized if you do kill civilians. So you got to watch out for that. Man, that fire extinguisher just exploded. And I do believe I saw a propane tank. Yep. And usually if you... crap. That's what I get for messing around, but I think... there it goes. It does go a bit crazy if you just shoot it once. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, trying to look cool like Spider-Man. Like I was saying, we do have some hostages here, and you can always see where they are with the help of these yellow highlighted contours that you've probably seen around. And these guys tend to vomit all over the place for some reason. So I do try to avoid them. Now, the counter-terrorist unit is here to take us down, so we've got to hold our base and make sure they don't get rescued. A cool way the game tries to emphasize teamwork is by giving us the ability to heal our teammates. Just like that, if one of your guys is badly wounded, you can give him at least half of his health back, and you don't need to go through a little animation sequence that, you know, most of the time tends to leave you vulnerable. So you can just spam the T key on one of your butts on the fly, and if ever the game is played on a competitive level, this will probably be really crucial. Now, I do think we have time for one more round before moving on, so let's just start this thing off. Speaking of which, the rounds are pretty short and sweet, and in order to win the match, you just need to collect, obviously, as many points as possible in each round. Now, you usually have about 12 little matchups like these to play in order to finish the match, and halfway through, you just switch sides. There is one thing, though, that you are going to have to get used to, and that is to manually reload. And this guy's down. Man, my dog is doing a very good job so far. And I thought I already had this down right, but when the game forces you to press R to reload every single time, that's when you start noticing that most FPS games sort of treat you like a little kid to make things easier. Just got a double kill. Can I go for the triple? Yes, I can. So even if you do run out of bullets, pressing the left mouse button, which usually lets you shoot, won't do you any good. And it doesn't look like much, but I bet some of you are going to have the same problem starting out, so, be warned. I'm trying to throw this guy overboard, but it really doesn't seem to be working. One last thing before we move on here. I'm sure you noticed all the different dogs running around, biting everyone's crotch off. Well, these are hounds you can purchase in the item shop. You're going to have to buy 2 different kinds if you want to use them on both sides. Now, just by pressing T, I can actually tell them where to go. And if ever there's an enemy nearby, whoa, this propane tank is on the loose. Oh, man. But like I was saying, if ever there is an enemy nearby, and I do have my little doggy by my side, well, let's just say I hope they have a jockstrap because it is gonna hurt. Now, these dogs are really strong. As a matter of fact, I'm more afraid of them than the actual enemies themselves. But you can't always use them, and that is a bit of a downside. There are a lot of restrictions. Certain game modes can only be played on certain maps, and certain weapons can only be used in certain game modes. I know it's a bit confusing, but it is just to tell you that I can only use these dogs if ever I'm in a hostage-based mission or the new bomb mission mode. So yeah, this is a great time to move on. I've been a bit too busy yakking away to realize this. We won, and I'm first. Wow, I don't want to toot my own horn here, but I'm doing a pretty good job. So I'll meet you guys back here in 2 seconds flat with a very popular map the developers have been promoting since the game's announcement.
Escort the VIP.
Hey guys, I'm back, and like my boss just mentioned, I'm trying to escort this VIP back to the designated location. I'm not the one who's driving him, I'm just an accomplice on the side of the road. And I'm just trying to get rid of these terrorists, and yeah, I'm a good guy now, so that's cool. Oh my god. This game is pretty unique. We start off in this car and you either choose to be a passenger or a driver. Take it from me, you really don't want to be a passenger when your driver is lagging in and out. Hopefully there won't be too many crazy things going on this time. I've seen cars exploding before they even get started, people getting stuck everywhere, and some other cars just flying in the air then coming back on the road. Anyway, just a ton of weird stuff. Funny stuff, but weird nonetheless. And we've got this terrorist who's trying to sabotage our plan. Yeah, you're down. Alright, and I've got to help out what seems to be a president. I should be able to show you a bit later on what he looks like. Oh, there he is. Oh no, he died! Oh crap, can I take care of this guy? Out of bullets. Yeah, yes! Oh my god! Oh my god. I'm sorry, I may be a bit too into it right now, but this is pretty close. Okay. So where do I need to take this briefcase? I can't really use the truck. Crap. Oh no! Yes! Oh my god. Alright, so I've got to find a car now and try to get back to the location that's on the mini-map. So I'm just going to wait for my little helper to get in the car. Come on. Alright. So 45 seconds left. I'm not too sure if I'm going to be able to get there on time. Oh, just past a terrorist. Should be good. What the? Oh no. Oh no, I'm on the wrong side. Ah, this is the right road. Crap, only 30 seconds left. Oh, damn. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna make it on time. But there is hope. Come on. Oh man, my team is gonna hate me for this. The guy next to me needs help, but I don't want to take the risk crashing into something. We are way too short on time here. Nah, 10 seconds left, and we haven't reached the building yet, so this isn't looking good. Woo! Run, goddamn you! Oh, well. I just failed to fix someone else's mistake. No biggie. We'll get him next time. Okay, so let's try this again. You can see at the bottom right here in which squad I want to be in. Now, I want to be a driver, but there is a certain limit, so they put me in this random queue, which doesn't guarantee me a spot, but I can always try. Perfect. Not only am I a driver, but I am driving the guy with the super secret suitcase. He's really just an NPC, and you have to guide him around once he's out of the car. Hopefully, I'll be able to show you that if we don't get destroyed along the way here. Now, driving isn't all that great, but then again, it isn't a driving game, so it does feel a bit choppy at sometimes. But the cool thing is that you can have up to 5 people in a single car. And I don't know, but it really sounds like a GTA drive-by team. You can get out of the car whenever you want to, you just need to roll out, so that's not really an issue. Which reminds me, if you do want to be a sniper, you're gonna have to go through the same process as being a driver. Apparently, they don't want to have too many snipers on a single team, so if you do select one of your loadouts that includes it, most people can play around with the SPR right now. Well, you might actually get lucky. Okay, so we've reached our destination. The old guy is probably going to have a hard time finding the place. He has a really weird crooked back, and the same way we can hold hostages as human shields. Oh man, that's not what I wanted to do. We can grab this old man and help him get to the waypoint. Come on, you old geezer. Almost there. There isn't a door in sight. It's probably on the other side, though. I hope I'm going the right way this time. So I just need to push you over there, open the door, and grab a hold of you again. I think the whole team's here covering my back, just making sure he doesn't get assassinated. Pretty risky job for an old guy. And we won! Awesome. So I think this is a nice place to end the video. If you guys like what you saw, head on over to OGPlanet. The open beta testing ends on March 25th, and the game is officially launched on March 28th. For more details, news, and info, well, just head on over to mmohut.com. We've got some great articles for you to check out. Anyway, this has been Flames. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in-game. Flames, signing off. Ciao, guys.